Heaven turns to hell with Archie and Lilibet. Sussex screams in catastrophic after desperate attempts. Harry and Meghan have made their Faustian pact with Penguin Random House, Netflix and Spotify. And now that most media firms have paid the pipers, they can justifiably call the tune. And what they want is juicy revelations about the royal family. Not banal insights into wellness therapy and billionaires, comfy Californian retreats. But how long before we tire of Harry and Meghan's vapid, self-serving attacks on the institution that gave them their podium in the first place? Even they must know that their time in the sun is limited. They're both getting on a bit and not doing very much except talking incessantly about themselves. As their currency dips, they must upgrade the nastiness of their royal gossip to get attention. And, as Harry's book title shows, he was never the main event in the first place. Since the Queen's death last month, royal experts and royal watchers have speculated at length about the fate of Prince Harry's highly anticipated memoir. Royal commentator Kinsey Schofield warned Prince Harry could harm the future of his children if his upcoming memoir makes claims against the royal family. If I'm Catherine, if I'm William, I'm worried about what's going to be said. I can't trust him. William has already seen him and Meghan be critical of his wife on television, Kinsey Schofield said. During the Oprah interview, talking about how Catherine made Meghan cry, it was totally irreverent. We didn't need to revisit that. I do think that he's going to blow it with his family, and I think he's going to lose out on a lot of opportunities. He's going to jeopardise the future for his children. Royal expert author Douglas Murray claims the 38-year-old that the publisher will be saying "give us more" and will not want to be paying $36 million worth to get reheated stuff. Royal commentator Dickie Arbiter added they want their pound of flesh. Talk TV guest host Emily Sheffield claimed that even if it was the odd paragraph in there stating something unpleasant about the Queen Consort or King Charles could be seen as enough. Well, Harry finds himself in another trap of his own making in signing up to a reputed $100 million Netflix deal, meaning he can't speak out against the new series of The Crown, which involves a ghoulish reconstruction of his mother's death. His demotion down the royal ladder accelerated this week with plans to add to the councillors of state who stand in for King Charles with royal duties, to prevent the horrifying spectre of current councillors Prince Harry and Prince Andrew getting anywhere near the throne. Next year's coronation too will marginalise the Sussexes as the spotlight gleams on the King and the Prince of Wales. The highly anticipated book by the Duke of Sussex will be titled Spare, a reference to Harry's position as the younger brother to Prince William, who is currently next in line to the throne. The long-awaited title was revealed on Thursday and has already caused anger amongst royal watchers, asking why, after expressing negative connotations to the name, he would put it on the front. Royal editor Matt Wilkinson spoke of the title and said, "We can read so much into that term spare." He noted that his late mother Princess Diana referred to her younger son as the spare and Harry's elder brother William as the heir. That was what Diana used to say. William was the heir and Harry was the spare, so maybe that's why. It's a very odd title, royal biographer Ingrid Seward discussed. The contents of the story remain unknown, although former royal correspondent Jenny Bond told the BBC that the book will only exacerbate the ongoing tensions between the Duke of Sussex and the royal family. In some countries, the title is even more damning. I think the Spanish title is not Spare, but In the Shadows. Speaking about Harry referring to himself as the spare, royal expert Richard Fitzwilliams added, "When someone refers to themselves as a spare, it's at best cynical and at worst derogatory."